Don't you know that the Audi RSQ8 is one of the hottest SUVs in the market right now? No wonder it looks like I'm already falling in love with it. Let's get right to it. A lot of people don't know that Audis have rev limiters, so you can only rev so high. So like, there's no point even really trying to. It's gonna stop at 3,000 RPM. Hey, welcome to Slay Edge Media. This right here is RSQ8. Now, a lot of people don't know this. That means the equivalent to the Lamborghini Urus or Urus, whatever Americans say it like that. I don't know if you saw, but when I started it up, I put it in dynamic mode right away, and then the vehicle lowered. I don't know if you got a little glimpse of that. Let's take a closer look. All right, first thing we're gonna do is look at all this carbon fiber on here. That's not everywhere, but there is a good amount of nice carbon fiber. It's nice and glossy, nice and shiny carbon fiber. And as well as, look at these LEDs. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, when you walk up or unlock the door, hold on, watch this. This is the RSQ8 key, nice and glossy, new Audi style of key. Now let's check this out. Let's lock and see if it, yeah, there's like a semi-light pattern. I'm sure the front does a way more elaborate light pattern. We'll get to that in a second. Another spot with some serious carbon fiber is right here in the back. This is probably the biggest piece of carbon fiber. There's one down there, but this one you're gonna see the most, as well as you got the gloss black emblem right here, as well as thank you for Lapin Motor Company out here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm gonna be honest, coolest dealership I've worked with. If you're in Scottsdale, Arizona, if you're just in Arizona, period, you're looking for a cool car that you can get from a cool dealership, people that are gonna treat you right, come down here, Lapin Motor Company. Now this one's optioned with a roof rack. Now I'm pretty sure you don't have to have a roof rack if you don't want it, but this one comes in it. You see the way it mounts right there on that existing little edge lip on both sides. Before we go to the rest of the vehicle, I want you to take a look at these big old exhausts. It's got two tips in there because you got the regular mode, and then when you get in like the full sport mode, it opens up both exhausts. Now look at these big wheels right here. Right here, these come with carbon ceramic brakes right here. All four wheels come with carbon ceramic brake rotors, so that means much better cooling performance for a vehicle where you're going to be hauling butt all the time. You can be able to stop a lot better. Now I know you saw the ones in the back, but these are the ones in the front. These ones are huge. They're bigger than the ones in the back. Wow, I've seen some big brake rotors, but damn, these ones are big. If you look at the rotor, it says Audi ceramic on there. That's for these big, huge rotors. In typical Audi RS fashion, you got gloss black on the window trim right there. I mean, it's the Audi RS package. Of course, everything's gonna be gloss black. You'd be lucky to get that little bit of chrome on the rims right there. Here's another chunk of carbon fiber right here on the side mirror. Now, that looks pretty damn good right there. There you go, you can kind of see that. It looks pretty good. This is the next level of carbon fiber right here. You see that right there on the front lip, going all the way around right there. And you can see right here in the front of RSQ8, you got a camera here, as well as all gloss black grille, your little sensors for the front and everything, and all this carbon fiber right here. I wish front of my Audi had carbon fiber like this. This right here is nice. This big old piece of carbon fiber. Okay, I've mentioned the rear lights. Now let's check out the front lights. See what it looks like when you lock it, and then to unlock it, there's a little double light, and then a little dance, a collection of all the little beams right there. All right, when you hop in, dang, look at this. This has got a really nice interior. Let's adjust the seat a little bit. When you come inside here, there's a little carbon fiber right here and everything, and these door speakers. That's cool. Little metal cutout. Check this out. All right, so I'm inside the Audi RSQ8, and I personally own an Audi, not new one like this with this new redesigned entertainment center and everything. The way this just looks so glossy with the screens. You got 1, 2, 3 screens in here now. And the interior of this is similar to how the RS7 is. But look at that, you see that right there? You got the Bang & Olufsen speaker popped up right there. Turn these vented seats on. It's getting kind of warm in here. Gee, goodness gracious, I need my butt to be nice and cool. And you can hear like a little fan. Let me turn on the other one. You could definitely hear it with both of them. No, shh. Listen. Hear that? Those are fans. Fans for the cooled seats. And I put my hand on, I can feel a little breeze too. Now the inside of here reminds me very similar to the Audi RS7. You know, I've done that. Check out that full video. But when you look in here, like I said, 3 screens, one there, and you see the last one right there. And they give you all your information. Now, if I want to go here to like drive select and all that stuff, you can go here and select your different modes: off-road, all-road, comfort, auto. You see it's got the thing right there where it shows when the vehicle is raising. Like, so I go back to the drive select mode and say if I choose off-road, the vehicle starts raising up. You see, so I'm raising right now. Maybe you can see it a little bit. Now if I go back down to dynamic, the vehicle should start lowering. Come on, let me get that dynamic. Okay, so that means it's going to change the exhaust note. The vehicle lowers a little bit, and let's see if you can even notice the vehicle lowering. You see that? So basically all this stuff within the actual screen is going to be climate control. You got a couple of other little extra information, you know, hill climb, descent and stuff like that. Auto start, on, off, but it's mostly climate control. And this right here is going to be your multimedia, radio, all that stuff. And the thing I like about this is like a haptic touch screen. I think that's what it's called, haptic, because like when you push the buttons, you can feel it. Now I can scroll across right here and I could go to this screen and just push media. It doesn't do nothing. It actually kind of like lights up. You see that? And it's not until I click it, you feel the actual click, you know, then it's actually pushing whatever you're pushing, you know. So you gotta actually push the touchscreen, which is cool. It's mostly just you pushing pressure on the screen. When it feels you put enough pressure, then it just sends a vibration. You're not actually pushing a button, but that vibration makes you feel like you kind of did maybe push an actual button. That's really cool. I like that haptic feedback. This right here is like basically the driver focused information. You know, there's no need for your passenger to be able to go through here and look at your G-forces, your tire pressure and stuff like that, check over. It's the same thing how I got on my Audi, but I got the older screen. Nothing like this one, at least not yet. Like I said, it's got the Bang & Olufsen speaker system, so it's got little tweeters that pop up right there. Right there, you can even see the heads up display. That just popped. I wasn't, it wanted to be seen. But let me show you something else about the door speakers. I think that's cool the way that looks right there. It's got like this, I feel like I could cut myself, but it's like it's gripped. It's definitely cut metal, and that's clean. It's real metal right there. Now look at this door. Look at, this is the same color that's with all the door, with like this almost grayish kind of color trim. So when you look at the seats, it's got the RS badge and it's got the traditional Audi style hexagonal pattern right there. It's got good bolstering in the seats, but it's not like crazy ridiculous bucket seat bolstering. Like, it's just normal. Over here on the side of the door, you see leather right here, but over here this is suede. So you got leather, suede, and then right here you got like the carbon fiber. It's not as glossy as the carbon fiber on the outside. It's still a nice carbon fiber. Another thing, it's got this huge vent bar, so it's like multiple vents, but it's just like all seamlessly as like one almost. There's no vent here, but there's another little vent over there on the side. Just for the heck of it, this is what's inside here. Phone charger, and actually it feels like this little lever right here lets you slide it forward and back, and it feels nice and smooth. It doesn't feel like it's just up to your leverage. Like, it has like its own little path. Like it's on like rollers. You can definitely feel it. It's not just sliding, because it goes out and then it kind of goes down. See that? Up and down. It sits in there rested. Gives you a nice, comfortable rest for your arm. One more thing. I'm about to hop in the back seat, but I'm gonna show you something. Soft closed doors, so that means you just close it most of the way and then it closes the rest of the way nice and softly. Let's go check out the back door. When you hop in the back, you do got your own little climate control for the back, but it's touchscreen, as well as you got 2 USB-Cs right there. All right, being inside here, I was sitting in the front and I'm 6 feet tall, and when you turn the car off, the door, or actually the seat, slides back a little bit. And even with it having done that, I still got I got so much room back here. There's so much more room inside this than something compared to like the RS6. Cause I was just in the RS6. I did a video of that. Make sure you check that out. The RS6 Avant with that little, you know, that cool little hatchback. Sat in the back of that thing and I was way more cramped. And I feel like that car is like the same size, like lengthwise, as this one. But this one, the interior, they're just built differently, you know? So the interior of this one is just like more bigger, I guess, because it's SUV. But the space I'm talking about has nothing to do with height. I'm talking about like length. It's just the way that they built the vehicle. Maybe they just want you to be able to use that rear a little bit more than say this one. But when you look at the roof, it's got like this like suede material on it. It's going suede all the way around. So not just suede on the doors or something, it's got suede all on the whole roof. And I've been noticing that a lot in these really high-end luxury SUVs. So it's got suede there on the side there, and suede on the B pillar, you know, the A pillar, I guess I think it's called the C pillar, and all along the roof line. Now, one thing I got to show you about the interior, little cup holder right there, transforming cup holder. So regular wasn't enough, of course, Audi style. They got to make something simple into something fancy. You got a little tray right here. I remember back in the 80s and 90s cars, this used to be a cigarette tray. I don't know if you still want to use that for ashtray in this car, but you know, it's ashtray-ish. Maybe put some quarters in there. So one more thing I gotta note about the back here. These back seats, this middle seat isn't really designed for a passenger in mind. Now, let's see, there is technically a seat belt here, but you got this big old huge bump. Like all the comfort in the back is like, you know, mostly considered for the passengers. That's where you got the cool hex pattern, you know, you have the better headrest. You can even tell it's different just like looking at the headrest. Like, why did they make it so different? Now, what would be cool if there was 3 bucket seats back here? Ooh, and look at this thing back here, man. It's still got a nice interior in the back. And actually, because there's so much legroom back here, sitting in the middle wouldn't be bad. And honestly, if it's so straight, you got like good back support. I feel like my back is like lined up perfectly. Nice and flat on this little back support for your middle seat. All right, let's check out this sunroof real quick. Let's turn this thing back on. And you hear that tone, and you're greeted with the Audi tone when you first start the car up. But let's check this thing out real quick. So that's for the sunshade. The more far button is for the sunshade. And then, what is this, 2 of them? We're gonna find out if both of them can go back. Oh, so 1. More than likely not. And then, nope, that's it. Just 1. But let's check it out from the outside. So it doesn't go back all the way, but you still see it. It doesn't have that like that cool moonroof look, you know, like with the big ones, it's like a big old piece of glass. It's just like a smaller moonroof. It looks like one huge piece of glass when you're like inside, you know, with the sunshade closed. But you know, it's still decent. You don't gotta worry about it getting in the way. Definitely not gonna get in the way. Your roof rack is probably part of the reason why it's smaller, opposed to being a huge piece of glass or something. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and check out the motor. All right, here we go. Now it's got like a little lever that just goes to the side, just like the other RS's. Oh, but this one's red inside here. I don't think the RS7 had all this red inside the engine bay like this one, but still, that's pretty damn dope inside here. And for people who don't know, this is a 4-liter twin turbo V8, a clean engine, you know, clean car, modern V8, not like the older V8. This is that modern 4-liter twin turbo engine, and it's monster. Check this out. I'm gonna turn it on, put it in dynamic mode. Do you hear that? I'm gonna go back to the back so y'all can hear it revving up, you know, all the sport exhaust mode and all that good stuff. At least to what the rev limiter will let me do, right? Yeah, so when you rev it up, it stops at 3 RPM, like 3,000 RPM. That's the highest you can go, but you can still hear a little bit of that burble, right? Now check this out. I'm gonna show you what it looks like inside. Now you see from in here, you got all these little different parameters that are telling you about the engine when you rev it. You see, not only does it show the RPM, so you got your RPMs right there. It shows your power percentage, the torque percentage. I think that's cool. A little boost gauges and everything. Let's see what it's. Now we can change the view as well. When I rev it, it looks like that instead. You know, change it one more time and go right back. Real quick, I'm moving the car back. I forgot to show you this. Look at this backup camera. Clean. I can see the whole car from ahead. Of course, I would not recommend only using that as your guide. Of course, make sure you still use the mirrors, but I'm saying like it's a really cool extra hand, you know, a little helpful hand, you know, help you get through, back up nice and smooth. Now when I turn it off, I see it move my seat all back for me and everything. I didn't even ask for all that. All right, this has been the RSQ8, you know, a closer look at the RSQ8. You know, look at the engine, look at the inside and everything. And gonna be doing a lot more cars. Some cars I may drive, some of them I won't, you know. Some of them, like if you see like a car, like I may do it if you, like, some people leave like a comment saying, oh, can you do this car, you know. If it seems like people are actually interested in certain type of content, then I'll actually, you know, maybe try to do some of that kind of stuff. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Sometimes I'll drive, sometimes I won't, but I always strive to give you good quality content as best I can. All right, so make sure y'all check out the other videos. Make sure you like and subscribe, especially if you made it this far. I'm trying to get this channel get going so I can get more better and more fun content for people. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.